everyone. So this is just going to be a short little video showing off progress that I have made copying this big cartel theme called Sidecar in Shopify. So it's not feature complete. It is currently disabled customer accounts, so you can't actually use customers' accounts with this theme. This is a theme that I worked on, and I just at least wanted to get out there and see if there was any interest in at least the code or even breaking down thoughts on how to get this done. The code is right here, so you just have a bunch of code, and I cloned the theme Dawn that they give out to sort of start everything, and then I use Vue to do some of the state stuff / condition stuff. There's only a couple situations where you actually have to use JavaScript. For the most part, it's like CSS and HTML basically, and you're using Liquid to render a lot of stuff. But sometimes you do need to actually use JS. Like for example, when you are toggling the version of this little interaction right here, when it comes to switching the type of product, won't happen without JavaScript on this theme. So, when you do make Shopify themes, you do need to know a little bit of JavaScript. But, for the most part, you are just rendering an image, you're rendering video, you're rendering text and other things. And that's basically it. It gets more complex when you're doing like accounts and conditional like block rendering, when you want the theme to be more, how you say, modular, potentially to be themed specifically per people. But yeah, so let's go to the home page for both. So I believe Big Cartel uses a similar markdown / structure for its themes. So you have a collection on the front page, and this is a collection as well. It's called featured. You got stuff here, and you can click on them. You can click on each of them, and then you have a cart on the side, and then you have links that you want. And I customize this a little bit. It's a little bit wonky, and I'll see if I can demonstrate that. But we're going to go into the product. So what happens when you hit product is you get options: small, medium, large, all that stuff. And we can do the same thing here, and you can add the cart. And let's go ahead and add the cart. Yeah, so we can add the cart. When you add the cart here, it sends you to the cart. You can change that behavior. It's just to prevent default, but I didn't do so because I get to show off this. So this is, when you add the cart, you get this. It updates. And theoretically speaking, like, since it doesn't give you quantity, you should just go straight to the cart, or nothing happens other than, this. That's a UX decision. It's totally up to you what happens after someone clicks add to cart, but that's one of the freedoms that you have as a designer, or at the very least someone who's able to curate what's actually happening on the UX. So yeah, this is what the cart looks like here, and this is what it looks like here. This is more mobile ready technically. Let's see what happens. Is there anything that I need to be worried about? So yeah, the code's under. So yeah, this is what happens when you squish it. It's mobile ready. In a mobile context, you won't have a hover state realistically, but what you can easily do is you'll have two divs that are under. No, you'll have one div that's on top of the product image, and then you'll have another one that's under, and you'll have them all in one box. So once the screen hits a certain breakpoint, then boom, it's at the bottom. But I didn't do that. Probably because I wasn't thinking about it, but it's something that I would fix if I were to continue working on this. And also, this was a big issue. When you have something that's huge, the text right here, the paragraph text, I could break quicker. I could probably break right around here or something. But also, most text isn't this big, so that might not matter. But yeah, so that's your product page. This is your collections page. So every collection just shows everything in that group basically. So, you go here, you have this, and you have this, and sold out. You can't do anything when you click on it. What else does this have? This has another collection. Basically, you have your cart, you have a contact page, you have a sample page. I believe there's a contact page here. Let's go ahead and check that out. Contact. Oh, it 404'd. I might have it in the code. Let me double check. Let's see. Contact, pages, contact. So it's here. I'm wondering, maybe they just render them differently. Maybe it's like pages contact. Yeah. So this is the contact form, really simple, and I believe it actually works. And then a sample page is just like, effectively these pages just render what's put in because the text editor is a rich editor. So it uses basically Markdown to generate the web page. So that means you don't have to do too many special things in order to make it look the way it's supposed to look. I'll actually show off what it looks like for a generic page. It's literally two divs, or it's one div, but let me show y'all. It's just a div, like page and content, and the titles in each one, and that's for SEO purposes and just, search and other, it's an article, it's a page, nothing too special there. But yeah, that is the sidecar design. It works. You can actually go through the checkout experience. If I had the button, I think I disabled it on accident. Let me see if I can re-enable the button. All right, so we're able to do that. And if you have serve on, it will automatically allow you to just do that. So we can go ahead and actually go back to here and then check out. Boom. There's a special way you can actually check out. Let me just get that up so I don't do anything wrong. So you go into the settings of your store and you can turn on the fake payments. You can't really do anything else other than bogus gateway. So we're going to go ahead and enter the information we need for bogus gateway. So the number for a success, and then bogus gateway, and then expiry date we'll do, and then CCV will do that, and then we'll just do pay now. And you're able to actually go through using the test gateway, and you can go through a flow for user, which is good for testing. I'm sure you could use Cypress with this to do actual testing on your themes, unless, I don't know how you do testing on a theme. I'm sure that they have documentation on it, but I would think it's important, especially if you're selling a theme. But otherwise, that's not really something you might need to worry about in the context of automated testing. And since I messed around with stuff, the theme has disappeared. So we're gonna have to re-click that link. So yeah, that is the sidecar theme. That is me doing my best to recreate the sidecar theme in Shopify. It's really basic. It was just really to get myself learning and figuring out how Shopify themes work. I haven't really needed to create a theme. So I haven't really explored it too much. But if anyone wants the code for this or has any questions or anything like that, let me know. I just at least wanted to put this out there because I put in a ton of work into this and then I just didn't really use it. So maybe someone can learn from this and create some of their own themes for Shopify if you have a need for it. Currently, I don't, and I don't spend too much time in the e-commerce space enough to justify this at this moment in time. Maybe in the future, I'll revisit this stuff, but that's all I got.